Hey guys, welcome either to or back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to build a more whimsical outfit. Basically how to style yourself in more of a whimsical way and things that you can add to your outfits to make them more whimsical. Just use this base sort of top, for example. I also have this one, which again, very versatile. If they had it in more colours, I would have bought it in more colours, but this is a very just like bog standard crop top you can probably buy from like anywhere, but very versatile. So for tops like this, which is already very like fairy vibes, whatever, but for me, I don't want my midsection showing, to be honest with you, and also just adding an extra layer underneath just adds a bit of a cooler vibe to it. I'm going to show you another example with a different top. So off the shoulder top, very easy to acquire. I got this off of Vinted. Most of my clothes I get off of Vinted. Very cute, excuse the Hello Kitty pajama bottoms, but just adding the extra layer underneath, adding something else kind of just makes the outfit more exciting, I guess you could say. Because when it comes to like dressing whimsical, even if it's like Whimsigoth, layering is sort of key in that scenario, whether you're layering lots of jewelry or you're layering your clothes specifically, because especially in the winter, layering's a lot easier. In the summer, this is sort of what you want to go for. Something small underneath, something a bit more flowy over the top. Just makes it a bit more breathable, but also for me, I feel a bit more secure. From here, I'm going to build an outfit. I'm going to build a different outfit just so you get a different vibe, but this is what I mean when it comes to like layering, crop tops, things like that. I'm going to give you some extra advice when it comes to wintertime and just sort of like the styles you're following, because it kind of depends. There's whimsical in like a weirdcore sense, which is like colourful apples, buttons, stuff like that. Then there's like fairy vibes whimsical. There's sort of like a Y2K kind of vibe whimsical maybe. And then there's like Whimsigoth, which is kind of like witchy, that kind of region. I sort of fall more under that region, and then like the fairy region kind of in the summertime, but the concept is pretty similar among all of those styles, which is just like layering lots of funky looking stuff. For the base of this outfit, I'm going to be starting off with this top because it's open. It's something that you can easily layer stuff underneath. The base of the outfit, cute, off the shoulder. You've now got some different tones going on, different patterns. Secondly, we're going to move on to bottoms. Now obviously you can wear trousers with this, skirt with this. I'm going to just show you a couple of different options, which is what I would personally go with. I feel like this would be a good option, which is a really nice like ruffled tiered skirt. For a more casual look, you could go with something like these cargos. Always nice. They're grey, they've got some like extra like pockets and stuff going on. Or you could go with something like this, cords. These are kind of maroony kind of colour. You could go with brown, you could go with black if you really wanted to. It kind of just depends on the vibe that you're going for. Green, something like that. So I've gone with a skirt, which I just feel like it goes with the vibe, especially if you're going for kind of like a fairy-ish vibe. From here, if it's warm enough so that you wouldn't really want to put more on this, then to be honest, this as a base outfit is perfect. If you can get away with like putting something over the top, that's always a nice way to add an extra layering piece. You can always mix patterns. I don't tend to do that, but what I like to do is sort of look at the colour palette of what I'm wearing. So I feel like a green would go really well with this. A brown would go really well with this as well. Or if you really wanted to, you could add some more purple, to be honest with you. I really don't think that there's any issue with that. This allows you to see obviously the whole outfit, a bit off-shouldery. You can always roll up the sleeves, just so then you can see more of the outfit. You've got more colours going on. So from here, I would usually go for jewellery next. So I really like this necklace. It's a cute little bottle. Statement pieces are a good way to go. Obviously, you can always layer your necklaces. So you can start off with something like this, which is kind of bigger, and then you can add like a choker to it. Like I have this cute little mushroom choker that I can add to my outfit. Just adds an extra piece. Dangly earrings are always a fun one. I love these swirly ones. I got them off TikTok shop. You can get any swirly earrings, any kind of dangly earrings that you really want to. You can also just like add charms to a pair of hoops. Like I used to add safety pins to my hoops because I thought that looked cool. Bracelets as well. I have this cute little bracelet. I have some other bracelets that I got off of Vinted that like I like to stack sometimes, although with this sleeve you can't really see them, so there's not really too much point. Next, rings. I like to stack my rings, especially just to, again, add more to the outfit basically. I try to match the vibe of the outfit, try to sort of cater to the colours in it. So on this hand we've got purple ring, green, more purple, and then we've got cathedral ring, which I just love anyway, and then more green. So they do all go together and they also just like pair with the outfit really well. I get most of my rings from either Vinted. These 3 are from Regal Rose, and then this is from Crystal Candy, and I love theirs. They have a lot of swirly jewelry, which I would highly recommend. This is also where this is from, and it's also where this is from. This necklace, I don't think that Aki sells it anymore, but it's from a brand called Aki. I don't think they do it anymore, unfortunately. So for this outfit, that can be it, to be honest. You can put any shoes that you really want to with it, like brown, black, purple, green, anything will really go with it. I have a pair of green Converse that I pair with a lot of my outfits, just because my outfits include a lot of green most of the time. So this is very fairy vibe. You've got all of your jewelry. You can also add things to your hair. So at the moment I have this hairstyle, which I've just posted a tutorial on how to do a bunch of hairstyles. I also have one that I posted a few months ago as well. I like to add accessories to my hair, so whether it's adding little braids, claw clips. I also have a lot of star hair clips that I like to add to my hair, just to add a little something extra to it. You can get hair cuffs. Those are really cute to put in your hair. I just don't currently own any. I'm just going to walk you through how I tend to dress in the colder months. That's still a bit whimsical, but is still warm. So let's say that the base of our outfit is this jumper. Lots of greens, lots of purples. You can add a lot of colours to that. So it's sort of just, you'll figure out your colour palette that you like to stick to, and also colour palettes that mesh well with the things that you already own. So once again, you could wear a skirt, purple skirt, kind of brown skirt, green skirt. You could wear some of the trousers that I showed. I usually wear trousers in the winter because otherwise it's freezing. So for a jumper like this, it's kind of chunky, but you could still get away with layering things over the top of it. Again, layering necklaces is a really good way to add something to a jumper specifically. Especially when it's cold, I like to layer like a long cardigan over the top of things like this. Something like this is really cute, and then you can wear cargos, skirt, anything you like really. It's sort of just up to you and how you're feeling. I also like to layer multiple cardigans. So switching to a different base, black base, I would add something like this, which again, obviously if it's colder you can wear trousers. Sometimes I zip it up so that it's warmer, so it kind of just like is a top in itself almost, or I can have it open like so. And then I like to add something again like this cardigan. Again, versatile. The colours sort of like go with one another, so you can always add this over the top, which is super long. You could also add this cardigan once again, which is cuffed and not as long, and you can have the hood poking out. Even though you're doing multiple stripes, you could always layer something like this. I still think it would be quite cute to have these together, in my opinion. Like, if you wouldn't, then like fair enough. I always love a multiple tones moment, especially in the cold. If it's cold, you know, I honestly just get inventive and start layering things, and I just go, well, that looks fine. Something I also love doing is even just this, where you sort of have a zip up and you're wearing it like as a jumper, but not quite, but then you can still see what you have on underneath. That's always a great one. I like to roll up sleeves for things so that you can see bracelets, rings, etc. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about layering, to be honest with you, and also it's kind of like, it works all year round, unless obviously you live somewhere that's absolutely boiling. You might want to just add jewelry, to be honest with you, which still works in the summer. But obviously once it's a bit cooler and you can layer a bit more, I love doing that. I tend to find that like once I get to the winter months, I want to wear like darker colours, but obviously if that's not you, you can just use what you have lighter colour wise, whatever colour palette you have. you can just cater around the layering that I'm showing, because most people I feel like have a few cardigans, some tank top vibes, like some flowy tops for the summer. I feel like most people have at least a small array of things, and you can really just mix and match when it comes to this. I would say buy secondhand, it's usually the cheapest. That's what I do. I buy everything off of Vinted. This entire outfit is Vinted except this top. I have a very large jumper collection, which is obviously gonna go a bit unused for the next like month or so, couple of months, but in the winter time I basically live in jumpers because it's freezing in the UK, and having lots of layering jumpery pieces, knitwear, I love personally. I love to have a lot of layered pieces, so even if I'm wearing a jumper, I'll probably layer a cardigan over the top of it, just because that way I'm warm and also it still works. And also, if you're wanting to wear a skirt and you're cold, you can always get thermals, you can get like thick tights, things like that. A funky pair of tights is always a fun one to add to an outfit. I don't actually own any purple tights, which is kind of a travesty, and I think I will probably invest in some purple tights just so I can wear them, or just some colour tights, pattern tights, things like that. You can always customise things as well, like a lot of DIYs out there, like gluing stuff onto hair clips, putting like hair wraps in your hair, that type of thing. I have seen a lot and I kind of want to delve in because it's adorable. But this is just sort of where I'm at right now with my fashion sense and what I've figured out works for me. There's still growing for me to do fashion wise, obviously, there always is. I've only really just started wearing skirts outside because it took me a long time to like, you know, psych myself up into actually wearing them outside. But also I recently got out of retail, so I can actually wear my normal clothes to work, and they have a pretty chill dress code, which is really nice. So I've been exploring my actual fashion taste a lot more. When it comes to dresses, I might do a different video on styling dresses and just like my progression with styling for the summer. I might just do another video where it's like styling for the summer whimsical version. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna leave you with for today. I hope that this was helpful and insightful, and I hope I didn't just like blab and make no sense, and I hope that this gave you some inspo. I really do. I really hope it gave you some inspo and you didn't just sit there and go, well, this was useless information. So yeah, I will probably make another one of these, and I've got some stuff on the way from Vinted, which I will definitely be including in another thrift haul, as well as then probably styling it in another video, because there's some really cute whimsical stuff coming in the post that's more catered towards summer, because I just don't have, like, I have summer clothes, but like I don't have a lot of like summery tops. Again, really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions, please leave them down in the comments below. If you want to follow me on my socials, they will be linked below for short form content, because I post a lot of stuff on there. I'm sorry, it might actually annoy you. And I just really, really hope to see you in my next video.